Okay. Yo, 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 yo. Testing, testing the audio. Yo, yo, testing the audio. Yo, 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 testing the audio. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We got multiple cameras here. Multiple YouTube channels. Alright, let's get into the stream. Today's stream is we are talking about Euphoria Season 3. The final season. Euphoria, Euphoria, Euphoria. Season 3. Season 3. Season 3. The last episode was so sad, bro, because like Agnes Cloud is dead. So like when they mentioned Fezco, it's so sad, bro. But that just shows like everyone wants to be what it is on TV. Because the show is about drugs. And then Agnes Cloud died from overdosing. So it's kind of like the idea that people want to be what they see on TV is true. But at the same time, though, like, y'all have to understand the psychology that changed the evolution of humanity, okay? So, Charleston White talks about this. He says, every kid growing up, when we watch TV, we want to be what we see on TV. But that doesn't make any sense. Because y'all have to understand, what you see on TV is fictional. It's made up. So that's why, like, youngsters that want to be on TV and then end up getting on TV, because of hedonic adaptation, it's nothing the way that you expected it to be. What does that mean? Like this. Let's say you had a dream of being on TV. Oh, I want to be on TV. I want to be on TV. So then you audition for different roles and whatever. Then finally, when you're 25, 26, you get your first win, quote unquote, or whatever. At that point, you've already been so desensitized that it doesn't even affect you anymore. This is what hedonic adaptation is, okay? Shout outs to my bias, Leah, from my favorite group ever on this whole planet. What she said is that she didn't realize she was a celebrity until she saw herself in an Oreo commercial on TV. But you have to understand that as a youngster, she, and just like the other members, had this innate desire to be on the screen for some reason. Why do people want to be on TV nowadays? It doesn't make sense. Like, TV is fiction. It's not real. So why? It doesn't make sense, okay? What she said is that after she saw herself on TV, she's like, oh, I made it. But that's it. This is what hedonic adaptation is. This is what the new evolution of humanity is. When you're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way through until you're like 13, 14, and your brain has developed more, you understand, oh, those are characters. That's not real. But when you're 8 years old, all you want to do is just be that character. But then when you're 16 years old and you finally somehow figure out to become that character, what changes? Hedonic adaptation occurs. So back to Euphoria Season 3, okay? Again, SLX, no one watches your videos. Okay, and the plan, after I do this live stream, I'm just going to get my laptop and we're going to grind, okay? What is laptop grind? Laptop grind is learning internet money. The landmine, the gold mine rush now is attention. The direct proportion of amount of hours that you spend on these devices is direct proportion to how much money you make. If I spend 2,000 hours on my laptop, I would have made $200,000. It's the direct correlation, directly. Okay? The reason why Euphoria season 3 was really fun for me to watch compared to the other seasons is because the show has matured with the audience. The characters, the actors, the directors, the producers, everyone has matured with the audience. This is why when you watch Euphoria season 3, there's how I say this. The cinematography is more mature. And the acting is more mature. Because everyone has grown up. Think about it. Euphoria season 1 came out in 2017, 2018. Euphoria season 2 came out like in 2023 or some shit like that. 2024 or something like that. Then Euphoria season 3 came out this year, 2026. So that's what, a 6 to 8 year time frame for the maturing of the audience, okay? And what made me like this season especially is Maddie. Maddie is my favorite character of all time. Since season 1. From season 1 all the way through, Maddie has always been my favorite character. And if you think about Maddie, I don't even think Maddie has a dad. In all the seasons, we never see Maddie's dad. I don't even think we see her mom either. We only see Maddie's little brother. But it's not even her little brother, she's babysitting someone's kid. So Maddie is just all alone. Literally. And then the last scene that we ever see of Maddie is with her and Angel Doll. The actor from season 3 that plays Bishop, he's Angel Doll from Reacher. Okay? So that's why I just call him Angel Doll. I don't call him Bishop. But basically, the last scene we ever see of Maddie is with her and Bishop. And that's it. We never see them ever again. But the real person that killed Alamo was Bishop. Like Wally, yeah, Wally pulled the trigger and whatnot. But the real person who killed Alamo was Bishop. And that was crazy. That's this is why I say that the maturity of the show. Because even though Bishop, quote unquote, betrayed or backstabbed Alamo or whatever, because of the maturity of the show, Alamo already knows, like, to a certain extent, Alamo already knew. You see what I'm saying? The moment that Maddie walked in, Alamo already knew some shit about to go down. Okay? And when Angel Doll or Bishop took the bullets out without Alamo knowing, how do I say this? It's like when Huey shot Butcher at the end of The Boys. Where it's like Huey shot Butcher, but at their funeral no one was sad. Because like Ryan said it right, Butcher's a bad person. So in Euphoria season 3, Bishop and Alamo is kind of like a mutual. Alamo let Bishop do that to him. It's like Alamo let his guard down for Bishop. Like, ah. And then Alamo knew, like, oh, I'm not a good person. Okay, but this video is about Maddie. Why is Maddie's character the best character ever? Because if the evolution of humanity really is, oh, people aspire to be what they see on TV for some reason. Think about it. If you act like what you see on TV, it's not you though. There's no cameras around you. even if you act like what you see on TV, you're not that actor and you're not that fictional character. All I'm saying is that if the world is in this evolution humanity stage where you can literally program people to what they're watching, Maddie's very important because young girls that grow up and they watch Maddie are going to want to embody that energy. That's super powerful because Maddie stands for what being a woman is. You still are a bad bitch. You still want to go out and succeed. But you still want a guy. You understand what I'm saying? Even though Maddie doesn't have a man's or a boyfriend throughout the entire show, okay, except for season 1, which, yeah, that was rough. If you watch Maddie's behavior all throughout season 3, there's always a longing for, oh, who's my partner? Even though, like I said, Maddie's a bad bitch, bad baddie, she's still, oh, I want a partner. And this is what real life is now. Because of the evolution of humanity, girls are like this. They're bad bitch, make all the money, make all the bread, however much money you want to make, that's what girls do. But at the same time, they're still longing for a relationship, longing for a knight in shining armor, longing for that type of love, right? And so, how I say this, humans are born sinners, right? Where Wade and Faye just ran away. Okay, humans are born sinners. Faye and Wade just ran away. How I say this, okay? I mean, that's like Romeo and Juliet type shit. You just run away with your love. Feel like I forgot something. Did I leave my love behind? Feel like I forgot something. Did I leave my love behind? Okay, so why is Maddie my favorite character? Why, bro? Because she embodies everything that I want in a woman. How I say this? I don't know what along the lines of where I was raised or how my brain functioned or what the fuck happened. Although I love women, okay? I love women. But the type of woman that I like is like from Fast and Furious, where Vin Diesel describes his woman to Gal Gadot, where Gal Gadot tries to seduce Vin Diesel, right? But then Vin Diesel explains his type of woman. A girl that gets dirt under her nails, a girl that gets her bread, but it's same as Maddie. She's still mysterious. She still gets her nails done, her hair done, her makeup, still dress up like a bad bitch, I'm telling you. But at the same time, get her nails dirty. Break her heels, put on a couple of sneakers. At the same time, though, still, oh my, I'm a girl. I do all the girly stuff. Baby, come lay on my chest. Like, that is Maddie is my type of speed. Maddie's my style of girl. She's my type. Okay? My type is they will get their money, they will get their bread at all costs. Bad bitch, boss bitch type moves. Okay? Where Maddie slapped Cassie, told Cassie, I'm your boss now, bitch. Okay, that's the energy that I want. At the same time, though, when she's around me, complete feminine 180, bro. But at the same time, like I'm saying, I don't know where along the lines what happened to me. But when girls dress like very girly, sundresses, skimpy, tight-ass clothes, that vibe is not my style. But still womanly and girly, but like dark purples, dark blues. That shit, oh my god, that's my style. Why? Because of the quote that I made up. The one-liner for 2026, the quotation that SLX has made, is Mysterio and Virtuoso. In life, you do not want to have all the answers. Miss Mysterio and Virtuoso. Because if my girl was bright neon pink, bright neon green, flashy colors, ass out, tits out, girly, flashy nails, walking around with Chanel, I'm a girly girl, whatever, all that stuff, that's not Mysterio and Virtuoso for me. Versus if you're always trying to cover up, you don't want nobody to see nothing, you don't like wearing makeup, you got sunglasses on, you're always wearing hats, you're always just trying to hide something. That's my style. Mysterio and Virtuoso. So I keep on saying Maddie from Euphoria Season 3 is my speed, my type. Why? Even Alamo, the top G in that show. Okay, Alamo was the top G in Season 3 of Euphoria. Old ass dude was so in his bag. Everyone, go watch episode 8 of Season 3. Alamo was so in his bag, okay? Talking about, I've seen so much pussy in my life. And I thought that I ruled it. But it was so wrong. Pussy has controlled me and still has power over me. And that scares me and I'm fearful. But my epiphany, when I was staring up at Kitty's coochie, right? Because, and you watch Season 3, Episode 8, Alamo says, while he was staring up into Kitty's coochie, he had the epiphany, the American dream, 4 brown babies, a baby mama. And then he started to confess to Maddie, bro. This girl is half his age. What the fuck, bro? And this is the way that the world works. It's so fucked up. The way that the world works now is fucking crazy, bro. 50-year-old men and then young girls is so crazy, dude. What world are we living in? What the fuck, bro? I'm exposing the whole industry. Okay, Maddie, the Sam Levinson's woke. He wanted to expose the whole world. Sam Levinson wanted to expose the industry. Okay, and why do you think that he chose a strip club? Think about it. Sam Levinson could have chosen any other type of business, any other type of setting, any other scenario. Why a strip club? Because sex sells the most. Alamo said it right. Pussy is a miracle. This thing that women have on their bodies, bro, is a fucking miracle. Right, and in February, the color pink, February is Breast Awareness Month. Even breasts are a mystery, bro. Think about it. Women have been alive since Eve. Okay, since Eve, women have existed. And since the beginning of humanity, we still are trying to figure out what breast cancer is. Think about that. Boobies have been a thing forever. Titties, boobs, breast, they have been a thing forever. And we still are discovering new things about them. Okay? The womb, the uterus, the vagina, as we call it, the pussy, right? Since the existence of humanity, right? The first ever human was a female, Lucy. And yet now gynecologists are probably the highest paying doctors, if not the highest paying doctors. I think the highest paying doctors are like heart surgeons and then gynecology. So if you're a cardiovascular surgeon, yeah, you make the most money. Then after that, it goes gynecologist. I think third place is gastrology. If I'm right, you can ask Gemini. But basically, it goes cardiovascular surgeons, gynecology, and then gastrologists for the top doctors in the world. So basically, why I say Sam Levinson is woke is because the relationship that Alamo and Maddie have is the very weird parasocial weirdness that the world is kind of, it's just weird. So Sam Levinson, like I said, because of maturity, because of hedonic adaptation, everyone is just absorbing this information without even realizing it. Okay? But the relationship that Alamo and Maddie has is a direct correlation to how many people should be in jail because of pedophilia. Like how many weirdos are in their late 40s, late 50s and still like talk to like younger, like 18, 20 it's fucking weird, bro. So Alamo and Maddie was showing that relationship. I'm your sugar daddy, I'm your protector. Right? Where Alamo shot the Armenian. This is what it's showing, okay? And this is how pimps worked. Like this is literally, okay, the season 3 is literally showing y'all how the 80s went. In the 1980s, being a pimp was like at the high echelon of making money. And being a hooker or whatever was not bad. You were protected. You were taken care of. So it's so crazy that they're showing us this, but it's like modern age sugar daddy, modern age pimps nowadays, where you have like OnlyFans agencies, bro. And guess what? One of the main core dilemmas of the show is OnlyFans. Dude, Sam Levinson took shrooms, took ayahuasca, and he meditated for 3 weeks in the woods of Bali to come up with this script. Sam Levinson went to Bali, Indonesia, took shrooms, did ayahuasca for 3 weeks straight, and then came back to America and shot Euphoria season 3. That's what he did. To write the script, he had to go on a fucking crazy trip, bro, to write the script for season 3. Because Sam Levinson wanted to expose the whole world, where it's weird that pedophilia exists. It's fucking disgusting. And yet in the 80s and 90s, women adhered to pimps because of the safety. But then there's more of a dilemma, because then what about family? What about being loyal? What about having kids? What about settling down and having a house and a home and things like that? Right? Where Alamo said the American dream was a white picket fence and 4 brown babies. And he's confessing this to Maddie. Okay? So, where does that leave the viewer? Where does that leave us? What's the message from the show? The first thing you have to understand is, it's just entertainment. Okay, at the end of the day, it's just actors they're doing their job being an entertainer. At the end of the day, Euphoria is still just only entertainment. Remember that, okay? However, there's like a few underlying main messages that you have to understand. And one of them that I really am excelling at right now is the Maddie message about being a powerful woman while still longing for a relationship. And as fucked up as it sounds, at that life point, think about Maddie at that time, she's probably 24, 25 at this point, that she would consider Alamo a 50-year-old dude. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Okay, but then what's the underlying theme with Maddie? It's not that, Alamo. No. For Maddie, it was a man that's giving her, to an extent, structure. Even though Alamo ran a strip club, even though Alamo ran a drug trafficking business, there was still structure. How does that make any fucking sense, bro? This is the part that this is the part that every man needs to understand. As a man, okay, as a guy, as a man, right? Women give us structure. Without women, my life would have no structure. I would have no idea what to do. I would just be just like Frenchie, right? I would just be a stray dog. Just a stray dog. But because of women, now I have structure. So it's so crazy, bro. But this is why semen retention is the only truth in life. Alamo didn't act up until he met Maddie. Alamo's life fundamentally did not change until he met Maddie. This is the power of Jezebel. This from the Bible, Jezebel. I call them Jezzies. Jezebel from the Bible. I call them Jezzies. This is the power of Jezzies. This is the power of the succubus. Succubi, there's multiple. This is the power of, what's it called? What is it? Succubus, Jezzies. This is the power, bro, that women have, okay? Alamo fundamentally did not get his life altered until he met Maddie. This is how powerful women are, okay? The ancient eras of existence, the greatest kings, they lost their kingdoms because of women. This is what happened to Alamo, bro. Alamo let the siren into his life, let Maddie into his life. The siren, we call her a siren. Talking about the ocean sirens of Odysseus and the ship where he said, "Don't let me off," okay? Afterwards, when Maddie entered his life, Alamo already knew, I'm cooked. But I don't care. I want her so bad. And for Maddie's perspective, it wasn't just Alamo. It's the idea of a longing for a relationship. The idea of structure. The idea of being a woman to a man. Okay? And then for Alamo, after he met Maddie, he already knew this bitch is about to destroy my whole kingdom. But he didn't care. Alamo still sought out Maddie. He did not care that she was going to destroy his kingdom. He did not care. This is the power of women, bro. All of you, chapter 11, Think and Grow Rich. The mystery of sex transmutation. It's a fucking mystery. Woman is a fucking mystery, bro. The pussy, the vagina is a fucking mystery. Boobs, breast, titties, the uterus, gynecology, the G-spot, the A-spot, the whatever. Everything, bro. Fallopian tubes, you name it, dude. It's a fucking mystery. That men are willing to do anything for this, bro. Alamo had everything. And he gave up all of it for Maddie. Okay, Wade discovered Faye, and then now he can rebuild his life. Women literally have the ability to transform a man entirely. Think about that. Men, before becoming men, are boys. We're just fucking around. Like right now, I'm a young man, okay? I'm just running around, doing bullshit, fucking around, trying to make a career in music. Who the fuck knows, okay? Then, by some magical chance, right? If I meet the right woman, and she says, I want to have a family with you, it's going to transform me entirely. This is what every man has to go through. And my dad told me this too. My dad said when he had his first daughter, my oldest sister, my dad told me this. He said, my oldest sister, his firstborn, my dad had to work overtime, had to go to school, had to pick up extra jobs, had to reform himself entirely to take care of his firstborn daughter. And to my dad, that's exactly what's happening to me. Because of manifestation, because of the Think and Grow Rich book, it's live deceit as if you already have what you want. So if I want to be a dad, I should live as if I already have my daughters and sons. So that is going to be a completely reform and transformation of who I am as a person. Think about it. Wade would have never changed if he never met Faye. A lot of men meet women and all of a sudden transform entirely, make more money, stop swearing, dress better, become a man of integrity. They stop hollering and trying to just pick up random girls. Although I recommend, and this is a whole other conversation, but it's my stream, so I can say whatever I want. I recommend you to, even when you're in a relationship, still flirting with other girls, because then that makes you more attractive. If you are already in a relationship, it makes you more attractive to other girls. So then when you flirt with other girls, it makes you more attractive for your main. If you practice and spit game to a lot of women, when you go to your main, all the practice that you've had is for your main. Okay, this is the part that's crazy about men. For men, when we meet the actual right woman, and if you go watch Modern Family, in Modern Family, Phil goes to like a nail salon, okay? And this is how every man should live. As a man, you do not want friends with other guys. That's fucking gay, okay? As a man, you are only friends with other girls. Me, all my friends are girls. Okay? That being said, when you have a girlfriend, it makes it so much easier because not only can I practice being a boyfriend with all of my friends that are girls, but they can groom me and make me more attractive to whoever my girlfriend is. Because I am a guy, I do not know the girl's perspective. So if I had other friends that are guys, not only is it gay, what the fuck, it's also you do not have the perspective of a lady. But all of my friends that are ladies, I just ask them for advice, they give it to me, and they groom me for my main. Then when I go back to my main, not only is it easier for me to be more attractive, I enjoy it. I enjoy practicing. You all have to understand, once you're in the relationship, that's when it starts. That's when the Riz starts. Riz does not start until after you're in the relationship. You have to keep dating your partner. How? By living as if, even though you are in that relationship, still as if you're not in a relationship. That's fucking nuts. But that's how you have to live. Because until you put a rock on that finger, until you say, hey baby, will you marry me? We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, I think I want to marry you. And the look in your eyes, we're looking for something dumb to do. Hey baby, let me put a rock on you. Unless you put a fucking diamond, a silver, a gold, a you name it, on your girl's finger, she can leave you at any moment. So until you secure the bag, all the way with the ring, she can leave you at any moment. Okay? So back to Euphoria. Okay, back to Euphoria. Bro, this season was nuts. It was a very good season though. I think out of all of the TV shows that I could ever watch, there's only like a few that I can rewatch over and over again. One of them is definitely going to be Euphoria Season 3. Another one, it's not really like a... Well, what is it that I can rewatch over and over again? It's like an anime, but I'm going to gatekeep it. What show can I watch over and over again? Modern Family? Oh, another show. But I'm going to gatekeep it because that's like my personal show. So this stream, again, SLX, you get no viewers. You do not want any viewers. But this is the plan, okay? You're going to end stream, you're going to get your laptop, and you're just going to grind, okay? So we'll give it another minute or so, and then we will be another 5-ish minutes. We'll end stream. But yeah, get the laptop, start grinding, okay? We'll just beat. How about this? We'll beatbox for a little bit longer, and then we'll end stream. Like a minute and a half. Yeah, a minute and a half should be good. Having connection issues. All right, one more minute till the stream is over. Alrighty. Stream is over. Stream is ending. SLX signing off. Peace, 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 peace. SLX signing off.